you can get that phone.
You gonna make it? Jay. Now, Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. So, last week we went virtual. So we finished the first conversation for the masculine and the feminine, right? And this is ta'aruf. This is just getting to know someone. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. كيف حالك بخير والحمد لله وكيف حالك أنت بخير والحمد لله. And for the women, we know that the dama'ir are different. So instead of كيف حالك was كيف حالك, right? So now we're going to go to the second conversation, which is more detailed about where are you from, okay? And so this is located on page 4 of the book, okay? Page 4 of the book, right? So again, as a review, we had covered already different types of kalimat, the signs of an ism, the sign of a fi'l, the sign of a harf, right? What is an ism, what is a fi'l, and what is a harf? Then we went over the meanings of a tahiyatu and muta'arif, okay? To meet somebody, to greet them, or to get to know someone. And we went over the hamza, okay? You skip over here. You see, you don't say ma ismuk. You would say mesmuk. But if you start with the ism, then you will pronounce the ism. Ismi Muhammad. So then that would be pronounced. And so that was what we had covered 2 weeks ago. So now this chapter, this lesson is built the same way. It's between two people. Here's Muhammad and Sharif. Okay? So this is going to be similar, gradual building up on the conversation, okay?
Okay.
So the main thing that's different in this chapter, can I borrow the book?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I left my iPad at the house. Is we're going to add questions, because first we had learned the question, okay? And in Arabic, the question mark goes like this, okay? So first we learned ma, as in what, okay? We learned kaifa, okay? Ma and kaifa, okay? So we learned these. Now we're going to learn min. Min, okay? Say min.
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 And hal. Say hal.
Hal.
Okay, hal.
Hal.
J. So let's start the conversation. The conversation starts Muhammad says, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Okay? Now, let's keep this in mind right now. Okay? In Arabic, there are two types of senses. Okay? There is what's called a jumlatu ismiya, jumlatu al-ismiya, alright? Or there's jumlatu al-fi'liya. Okay? Now, in this conversation, you will find both of these, okay? We're not going to go into a lot of detail. I'm just going to give you guys a introduction to what has to be there, okay? So, the first thing you need to know is the jumlatu ismiya, okay? Jumlatu ismiya, okay? Jumlatu ismiya. Jumlatu, what you say? Al-jumlatu ismiya. Al-jumlatu ismiya. Al-jumlatu ismiyatu, okay? Jumla is a group of kalimat, okay, that comes together with a meaning, okay? So it has to be complete. So the first part we're going to learn is the jumlatu ismiya, okay? A jumlatu ismiya has two parts that must be there. How many parts? Two parts, okay? The first part is called al-mubtada. Al-mubtada. Okay? Al-mubtada. Okay? Al-mubtada, and the second part is al-khabar. Okay? The mubtada is literally, if you look at the root of the word mubtada, inside of it you'll find ba, dalif, ba, da, hamza. Bada'a. So here, bada'a means begin. He began. Bada'a. He began. So the mubtada is almost always going to be what? Beginning. Okay? I didn't say always necessarily, you'll find it that way. Let's just leave it for now. But what you know about the mubtada is that it will be there at the beginning right now, right? Okay. The mubtada will be an ism. Okay? It's going to be an ism. It will not be a harf, and it will not be a fi'l. Okay? So, when you look at the mubtada, it will be an ism, okay? It is the subject, basically, okay? This will be very much in English right now, okay? It will be the subject, okay? The news about the subject is khabar. Khabar is news, literally. So the information about the mubtada is the second part of the sentence that must be there. You have to have a mubtada and you have to have a khabar. Okay? mubtada will be here in the beginning. It will be an ism. Okay? So the mubtada will be one. It will be an ism. Okay? Two, it will be marfu'. Okay? What does marfu' mean? Marfu' means it will be it will have a dhamma, or what takes its place. Just don't worry about it too much. I just said it, just let it go. This is not going to be very technical grammar. This is just to walk you in to know what you're looking at when you evaluate a sentence, okay? That's all it is. Okay? There's other conditions for it. We'll leave it like that, okay? So the mubtada is the subject, okay? So just in general, it is the subject. Okay? Back to the word, the jumla, assalamu alaikum. Assalamu, right, is a ism. The way I know it's an ism is because it has alif and lam, okay, and it has a doma with the alif and lam, and it will accept, it can accept other things to it, okay? I know it's an ism. This is an ism. The sign you'll know it's an ism today, here's your sign, aleph and lam. You know it's an ism, okay? It is an ism. Remember, an ism is a word. It has a meaning. It has a meaning in and of itself. And it does not change by time, okay? This is a kalam, right? This is a kalam.
No.
Is this a kalam? No, because this is not this, okay? Even though this is a part of this is a kalam. This is not a kalam, okay? This is a kalam, right? As long as it has these, now what if I melt it? Is it a kalam anymore?
No.
It's not anymore, it's not kalam. Now what is it?
Melted
Just
column.
plastic, right? Okay. So, it has a meaning in by itself, not restricted by time, okay? It's marfu'. It has a dhamma, okay? This is the subject, as-salam, okay? As-salam. So the subject is as-salam, okay? So, as-salam, what? Okay? Because this can be a lot of different things, right? As-salam is from Allah's names, okay? As-salam is also, just in general, peace, right? So, as-salam has a meaning. You need to now understand as-salam what, right? Now, you have a statement after here. You have alaykum, okay? Alaykum is broken up into two different words, okay? So now what's the first thing? You know that there is a mubtada and a khabar, right? So here, you know that this is the mubtada right here, okay? This is the mubtada right here. So that this must be the what? The khabar, okay? The khabar could be a word, okay? It could be an ism. It could be a sentence itself. It could be a sentence. It could be a jumla. Or it could be a partial sentence, which is called shubh al-jumla. Okay? A partial sentence, okay? Shubh al-jumla. Right? So, I'm mentioning this to you. You may forget all of this right now. no problem. Because we're going to keep explaining it over time, and then it will become very easy. Okay? So this is a Jumla to Ismiya. It has the Mubtada we've identified. Now we need to know what is the Khabar. Okay? And I said it could be an Ism. Okay? Is Ala an Ism, a Fi'l, or a Harf? It's a Harf. Because it doesn't have a meaning by itself. Ala what? Right? Kum. It's attached to something. Now, if I just say on you, is that a complete sentence? No, right? Like in English even. If I say on you, you'll be like, on me what? Alaykum. What? Right? So it's not an ism. It's not a jumla. It must be a shubh jumla. Okay? So this is a partial sentence. Okay? And this is the khabar. And it's made up of two parts. Alay and kum. Okay? It's made up of ala added to kum. Okay? It's made up of those two. Alaykum. Okay? So now we know. Assalamu alaykum. Complete thought. I could be quiet. I don't have to say anything. It's a complete. Assalamu alaikum. Right? This is a complete sentence. It's complete. This is a jumla to sahih. This is a correct sentence. Okay? Alright? So this is your lesson in grammar for today. Yeah. Like I said, I think it's heavy. I am not. It took me time to actually really start to understand this stuff. But the earlier on I learned it, the more I repeated it, the better I did it. Okay? You'll notice that, like when we study grammar more, down the line, once we get to like the mansubat, the things that make something have a fatha, there's so many different things out there that you'll say, subhanAllah. But now if I ask you from the beginning, the things we kept repeating about the doma, then the kesra, you say, oh, this is easy. I know what makes something have doma. I know what makes something have kesra. I know these things. Now I say fatha, you say, man, okay, hold on. There's a whole big, huge field out here. And it's something that we'll study at the end. Okay, at the end of when we start to study grammar in detail, it'll be at the end. It's not at the beginning, it's towards the end. Okay? So, any questions about that? No? Okay. Jay, back to the conversation. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, assalamu alaikum. What does Sharif say in return?
Wa alaikum assalam.
He says, wa alaikum assalam. Okay, wa alaikum assalam. Okay. Quick question. How many words are here? How many words do you count in wa alaikum assalam?
3.
3. Tell me what the words are.
Be wow.
Wow.
Alaikum. Assalam.
How many words do you count, brother? Same?
Okay. It's gonna be 4. The kum is gonna be one part.
Yes. Alaykum. Okay. Alaykum is ala plus kum. Okay? Harf, harf. This is an attached pronoun. Okay? This is a what do we call it?
متصل.
A damir.
ضمير.
Muttasil, right? And we have an ism, right? Jay. Remember I said the mubtada will almost always be what? In the beginning. Is it here?
The
The mubtada is at the end now.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So, because this isn't the subject, and on you. Well, on you, well, you know, that's not the subject, right? As-salam is the subject. The information is, yes, and on you also, okay? So the mubtada went from here, and the mubtada went over here. Just to notice that, okay? So the mubtada can move. It doesn't always have to be at the beginning, but it will very likely, very many times be at the beginning. Okay? And you know that this isn't the mubtada because this is a harf, and that's a harf, and then this is a attached pronoun. Right? So you can't have an attached pronoun without having what you know what you're talking about already, right? Like if I walked in the room and I was like, he went to the store. He's at the house right now. What do you guys say?
And?
Who?
Yeah.
Who? You just said he. Okay, now if I said, I'm talking about my son Solomon. He's at the house right now. Who is he now? We know who he is. Right? Pay attention to that. These dama'ir, these things can trick you. Anta, antum, ana, nahnu. Hu, hum, ka, kum, I, na. Okay? That's the order that is. Practice that frequently. Huwa, hum, anta, antum, ana, nahnu. Hu, hum, ka, kum, I, na. Okay? Again, you should be able to just write it in your sleep. Huwa, hum, anta, antum, ana, nahnu. Like this. Then, hu, hum, ka, kum, I, na. Attached, detached. Okay? Cool. So we have Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. The next question is Min aina anta? Then he goes on to say Muhammad says, Min aina anta. Okay, Min aina anta. Okay. Do you guys want to see a bid'ah?
No.
Say no. I'll show you a linguistic bid'ah, right? It's right here. That question mark, there was no need for that before.
Okay.
That question mark is something that was introduced to the language, okay? Before they knew that this made it a question. Min, okay? Ma, kaifa, min, hel, there's more. Man, okay? Who, here, min, okay? Min. So min is a ism, a fi'l, or a harf. What is it?
Ism.
So min has a meaning. Yes?
It's gonna be ism.
Does it have a meaning by itself, like it always means the same thing, always?
Yes. Where?
If I say, in response to this, min aina anta, from where, from as a question, then I say, ana min Amrika. Am I saying I am question mark from Amrika? Or am I saying I am from Amrika? I am from America, right? So, this min from means from here in the sentence, just so you can know. It means from. Okay? Aina. Aina. Is aina an ism, a fi'l, or harf?
It's gonna be ism.
An ism. What do you say?
Ism?
An ism. Okay. What does the word aina mean in the first place?
Where? From where?
Where? Okay. Here, from where
You.
are you, right? Here, aina is an ism, because he needs to know where you're from, okay? Min aina anta, okay? From where? But there's something very specifically, very unique about this word aina.
Okay.
It doesn't have a doma, right? And it won't change. Aina won't change. It will never change. Aina is aina. Okay? Aina. Okay? So, this word, min, aina, from where, anta. Okay? Anta, now. Is this word an ism, a fi'l, or a harf?
It's gonna be harf.
What does anta mean?
And you.
Does it always mean you? Did it mean you? Were you anta before? Are you anta now? And will you be anta as long as you are anta?
Yes.
Then you are anta. Anta is a
Ism.
ism.
Okay.
Also, this word doesn't have a doma on it, and it don't change.
Okay.
As long as it means you, anta never changes. Okay? If I say from you, to you, on you, I would never change the end of this word, anta. Okay, just pay attention to that. These two words, they don't change. Aina and anta don't change. Okay? From where you. Again, look. Anta means what? You. Okay? This is the subject. Is this a subject, or do you think this is a subject? Remember the thing about the mubtada, it has to have certain rules.
Yeah. One of them is like I.
It'll be an ism.
So it's an ism,
Yeah.
right?
So anta.
So the subject is you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So anta is the subject. Very good. So then he says, Sharif says in response, Ana min Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Ana min Pakistan. Ana min Pakistan. Okay. Ana min Pakistan. Did he say Anta Pakistani? Or he just says Ana min Pakistan? He just says Ana min
And I'm in
Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Yes. So, the subject is now where?
It's in the front.
And the khabar is where? min Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Okay? Meaning from where? Okay? Aina, Pakistan. Okay? So, just remember that. Ana min Pakistan. Ana min Pakistan. Ana min Pakistan. Okay? Is it Pakistan or Pakistan?
Wait.
Here it's what?
Pakistan.
It's Pakistan, right?
Yeah. The back.
Yeah. Let's see what they did to get off. Yeah. So here there's no P, right? Because there's no equivalent,
Yeah,
right?
Cool.
So it's Pakistan. And I'm in Pakistan, okay? Not Pakistan, Pakistan, okay? Okay? And I'm in Pakistan. Then Muhammad asked a question to him. I'll write it over here. He says, Hal anta Pakistani. Okay? Hal anta Pakistani. Okay? So here he's asking him a very specific question. He knows that he's from Pakistan. Sharif is from Pakistan. But now he's asking him, is he Pakistani? Meaning, yani, is his foundation, is he ethnically Pakistani? We know nationally he is Pakistani. But he could be ethnically something different, right? Like, you are from America, Afi. Like, if you go to Hajj right now, you go to America,
No.
from Hajj.
Yeah.
And I say, Anta Amriki? Say la. Ana El Salvadori. I'm from El Salvador, right? My jinsia, my nationality, El Salvadorian,
Yeah.
right?
No.
And you would say, Ethiopia?
No,
No, Ethiopia. You're from the north?
that's going to be. So it's Africa. So I mean, we call it Habash,
Yes, yes. Well, which part? You're from
north.
the north part of the country,
Yeah.
right? From Ethiopia. No. But I would say, من أين أنت? أنا من أمريكا, right? هل أنت أمريكي? Say لا. أنا إثيوبي, right? Like that. Okay. So, Sharif. Sharif. He says, نعم أنا باكستاني ما جنسيتك أنت. He says, نعم أنا باكستاني. وما جنسيتك أنت. وما One of the fun things I like to do is when you write all these dots for a word like jinsiyatuka, right?
Yeah.
Did I mess it up? Yes, I think I messed it up.
Let me see.
Jinsiyatuka. I put an extra dot underneath the bottom there. Yeah. Okay. When you write them, it's just you have to remember how many here. There's 3 dots here. It's very different for you. You're not used to writing in Arabic, right? Jinsiyatuka. Jinsiyatuka. Okay, lots going on here in this answer, in this whole thing right here. Okay, first of all, this is a question, this is a statement, okay? This by itself is an answer,
No.
okay? Someone asks you how, the answer is either naam or la. It's either you're gonna say naam, yes, or la, no. Here he says naam, right? Naam. And what does he mean by naam? Ana Pakistani. Right? So he could have just said naam. That one word would have been understood Ana Pakistani, right? Or he could have just said Hal Anta Pakistani, he could have said Ana Pakistani. He could have just said that also. Okay? Then he says Wama wa and ma jinsiyatuka. Okay? Jinsiyatuka is your nationality. Okay? Where'd you come from? Right? Where are you originally from? What is your jinsiyah? Okay? Is it really that technical? Yeah. Right? Because now, if I say Umar, min aina anta, you say min America. Hal anta Ameriki? La. Ana Salvadori. Ma jinsiyatuka? Ameriki. Because you have papers. So if you have that blue eagle, those blue eagle, right? The passport, then you're American, right? That's your jinsiyah. Your nationality has now been to change to that, right? So jinsiyatuka is 2 words also, just to make a quick note here. There is that damir muttasil. Ka means anta, right? He says anta again. Anta here is a repetition. You could say well ma jinsiyatuka. If you say ma jinsiyatuka anta, it's like, and what is your nationality, right?
It's more proper.
It's more, yeah, it's more of like a formal statement,
Okay.
right? Same thing here. Naam. Ana Pakistani. He could have just said naam. And he could have just said Ana Pakistani, right? But he said naam, Ana Pakistani. Well, ma jinsiyatuka anta. Yours, right?
Oh, what is yours?
Then Muhammad says, Ana Turkiyun, Ana min Turkiya. Muhammad then says, Ana Ana Turkiyun. Ana min Turkiya. Okay. So what's the name of the country here? Turkiya. The jinsiyah is Turkey. Right? So he's saying, I'm a Turkish citizen and I'm from Turkey.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So he is Turkish. Then, if it wasn't already getting, is it Muhammad that said that or Sharif? Did I mess it up?
The last, this Muhammad
Yeah, Muhammad said Ana Turkey, yes.
and then Sharif.
Okay. Then Sharif says, Sharif then comes along and says something and just blows everything out of the water. He says, Ahlan wa sahlan. Okay? Ahlan wa sahlan. Okay, look at the words. Ahlan, is there any doma? No. There's a fatha, right?
No.
And sahlan, is there a doma?
No.
No. Okay, Umar, hold on a second. You said the mubtada will be marfu', meaning it'll have a doma, or what will take its place.
Yeah.
Nothing here is doing that. This is a fatha. Okay? Fatha doesn't take the place of dhamma. Fatha can happen, but there's something that will make it happen. Okay? Spoiler alert, my teacher, two of my teachers, not all of my teachers, some of them were very easy on me with this thing right here. Others, they made me suffer a whole week to tell me the answer to this thing. I'm not going to make you suffer. I'm going to let you know right now. This is a jumla fi'liyah, but there's no fi'l in it that is apparent. Okay? Ahlan wa sahlan. Ism, harf, ism. Okay? Ahlan means family, like family. Okay? Sahlan means easy. Sahal. Okay? The statement ahlan wa sahlan is a jumla fi'liyah. Not to, again, these things, if it's too heavy for you, don't even worry about it. You can forget about it for now. But this is important. And we're going to say it so many times. We told you about a jumla ismiyah before. Now, jumla fi'liyah is a jumla that has two parts to it. And it can't have three. The parts of a fi'liyah, jumla fi'liyah, a sentence of an action, is obviously a doer and an action. Right? Okay? Or the action of what was done and what it was done to. Okay? So you have to have those three parts. For example, so this is called the first dars in jumla fi'liyah. Put in blue. A jumla fi'liyah. Okay? It has two, maybe three parts. The first part is called a fi'l. It has an action. Fi'l means action. Obviously, if it has an action, it has to have a doer of the action, which is called a fa'il. And it has something that the action was done to, which is called a maf'ulun bihi. Okay? Fi'l, action. Fa'il, doer. Maf'ulun bihi, what had the action done to it? Okay? Maf'ulun bihi. Let me go see if it's time yet. Yeah, if you want to call the then for Isha, inshallah.
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
Jake. So, you have to have, this is, I told you already, spoiler alert, this is a Jumla Fi'liyah. Now let me translate it. Amongst family, or as family, in a state of being like family, and easy. And with ease, on easy, okay? In a state of ease. What don't you know if I said that? If I just said to you, like family and with ease, what don't you know? From a Jumla Fi'liyah. Do you know the action? No. And you don't really know the doer, right? Okay, this is what makes this sentence so difficult, especially for somebody in their first weeks of learning Arabic, right? This is tough. Ahlan wa sahlan means you have arrived. You have arrived like family and on easy ground. Okay, like imagine you're in the desert, you're walking through, this is Arabic, these are the Arabs, the Bedouin. You're in the middle of nowhere. You walk across a camp. You don't know these people. And you don't know the terrain that you're on, right? Anything could be going on at any moment. So what's the best thing that you could hear somebody say to you in the middle of nowhere?
Right.
Ahlan wa sahlan. You are like family. We are going to, we're going to help you. We're going to assist you. Everything is okay. You are not an enemy. We're not going to harm you. And the ground is easy, meaning it's ease, with ease. We're not going to make it hard for you. We're going to assist you. We're going to accommodate you. This shows you that it was in the culture of the Arab, this level of generosity and taking care of the host, the guest, to be a good host. And to this day, this is something very firmly rooted in their culture. I have been to a lot of different places on the earth. I haven't really found people as accommodating and as generous as Arabs. It's just culturally how they are. I'm not saying other cultures are not generous. Okay? I think maybe the most ungenerous people are Americans.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, we might let you stay at a hotel, you know what I mean? We might let you, sleep on the couch. We might give you our room. We don't know. We might be generous. We might not be. It's not like from our culture that we have like things that we do. But yeah, I mean, they have things that they do. See what I'm saying? So, and it's the same thing with other cultures. Like I said, we're not glorifying the culture, right? We're studying the Arabic language. In order to understand the language, you have to understand the people. Because this sentence would not make sense without understanding it. Okay? So you have Jumla to Ismiya, Fi'liya. Okay? That's why we introduced it in this dars. Because you also learned the Mubtada can be in the beginning, and it can also be in the end. Okay? It doesn't mean it has to be there. This is the subject. It didn't change. The way the news came changed. The effect there. Where are you from? You are the subject here. Where are you from? I need to know, right? So the answer is Ana. That's one way you know that this is the Mubtada, because the answer, you're going to put it in the front. Ana. Then you'll have this statement, which is a partial sentence from Pakistan. Right? People say, what from Pakistan? Good food from Pakistan, good brothers from Pakistan. You're from Pakistan. Okay. Hal, Anta, Pakistani. Hal, are you Pakistani? Here you are the subject. Again, what is the big question you need to know? Where'd you come from, right? Or what is your jinsiyah? I'm Pakistani. What is your jinsiyah? I am Turkish, right? Ahlan wa sahlan. You have arrived like welcome. You have arrived like a family. And you have arrived on good, safe ground. Easy ground. Easy. Okay? Ahlan, ahal. Right? We say, Sallallahu alayhi wa ala ahlihi. Right? Wasallam. Or you can say ala ahlihi wasallam. Right? Or you can say ala, just ahal in general means family. Okay? And sahlan, sahal, is easy. One thing that's really nice to know, lots of words for different things, okay? The same thing at different times can have different names, okay? So the Arabic language is very specific. So a nice research is to find out what are the different ways, like what's the quality with ahad, right? Because that could give more benefit to understanding the word in the sentence. Why did they choose to say ahad? Okay? Because they have so many words and they're so specific that finding out these words is really nice. Sahal, jins, okay? Salam, okay? Is salam, when you get Muslim, do you get it from as-salam? Right? Very important to know. And the answer is no, you don't. Not from there, not directly. Right? Salama does not get you to Muslim. Aslama gets you to Muslim. Same three-letter root, you had to add the hamza in the front, which did affect the meaning. Then you can get to Muslim. Okay? So that's just basically everything that's there. Here, the Jumla Fi'liya, the thing that's not even mentioned, is the two most foundational parts. Okay, these two parts must be there. Must be there. You have to have a fi'l and a fa'il. The part that may not be mentioned but still would be complete thought would be maf'ulun bihi. Okay? Like if I say to you, for example, ذهب Muhammad. Muhammad went. Right? ذهب Muhammad, he went. خرج Muhammad, he left. Do I know where? Do I know from what he did? No, but I just know that he left. Right? It could be understood, or I could even say it. خرج Muhammad min al-bayt. Right? That he left from the house. Okay? That would now change it to now understand more better. But I could just say, Muhammad left. I don't have to tell you about what did he leave, how did he leave, you know, where did he go, you know what I mean? He left. Okay? Any questions? So, inshallah, we'll leave it here. We'll go to the next dars next week, inshallah, which will be the feminine conversation. And then we will have these exercises, which is very short, okay? And then we'll go into more ta'aruf, which would be knowing the jobs of people, okay? Anything that I said is correct is from Allah and His Messenger, and anything that I said is not correct is from myself or shaitan, and Allah and His Messenger are free from it. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Jazakallah khair. If you guys are watching on the video, I'll do my better job to maybe check to see if there's any comments because I didn't get a check. But if you have questions, you can post your questions to the video or inside during the class. And if I don't answer it during the class, I'll answer it after, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.